We're sitting right now in the 20s. It's 21 degrees in Albemarle, 25 as you head toward Concord. So temperatures are actually a little warmer than what we had this time yesterday. So feeling a little nicer. It's still really chilly out there though. 26 over in Statesville, with Lincolnton this morning sitting at 24 degrees. So prepare for that chill as you do step outside. As we head through the day today, though, we're looking at these highs to top out in the 40s. So 44 degrees. Yes, that is well below average by almost 10 degrees, but warmer than what we have been seeing. So we are going to see partly cloudy skies as we travel through your Wednesday, but we will be staying rain, snow, and ice free as we head through the day today. Temperatures will be not warming. So typically by this point, I'm like, hey, we're back to average. Totally not the case. We're only topping out in the low 40s as we head through Thursday. By Friday, about 44 degrees, and we're going to start to see more clouds. That is ahead of our next weather system. Live radar right now does show some clouds out there. Not any precipitation, though. Again, no moisture across the area. We'll stay that way as we head through the day Wednesday into Thursday as well. By Friday, I'm expecting most of the day to stay dry as well. The latter half of Friday heading into Saturday, that is when we could see some moisture start to pick up here across the area. Let's talk about that moisture type. Yep. I'm not talking rain, and I am not talking ice. This will be a snow or no setup here across the area. This is the European model, so we don't just look at one, but I want to kind of show you what we're tracking. We're going to have a deep trough dig across the area, meaning plenty of cold Arctic air here across the Carolinas. The cold air is not going to be a concern all the way from the clouds down to the surface, but one thing we have to look out for is, do we have enough moisture? Is it too dry? And the track of an area of low pressure. So we do still have a lot of uncertainties, but models are still starting to line up, the European and the GFS. Now, as we know all too well here across the Carolinas, we will see shifts. We'll see shifts to the west. We'll see shifts to the east as well. So this is certainly not etched in stone. We very well could actually stay dry as we head through this weekend, but I would say 50-50 shot right now that we get a decent measurable snowfall and that we see absolutely nothing. I will say, when we look at this 5 to 7 day outlook, I would say it's still more likely, and that's where we were trending out there yesterday as well. So once we get a little bit closer, we're almost into 3 to 5 days, we'll be looking at the timing and the storm type, which we'll keep you updated. Think of the periodic table, and I'm like, what's an R?
I think there is an R.
I don't think so.
You might need some vitamin rising as well, and double that up with a vitamin W for weather-rise forecast.
I'm more of a prenatal girl myself. 20 in Concord, 24 in Charlotte. So it is a cold start. We do have some clouds out there, but hey, it's pretty nice in terms of what it looks like. It's really, really cold outside right now. It's 14 degrees in Boone, 23. The temperature did just drop a little bit there in Lincolnton, Statesville, 27, down to Charlotte, 24 degrees. So definitely prepare for this cold air as you step outside. It's 23 in Gastonia, with Rock Hill right now sitting at a chilly 21 degrees. Here's your day planner for today. Temperatures warming, not even close to average though, but warmer than where we were yesterday, about 44 degrees out there, with a west southwesterly wind as we head through the afternoon today. So overall, believe it or not, today is probably my pick of the week because it's 44. Yeah, we'll see a little bit more in the way of sunshine. Still 44 by Friday, but the clouds start to roll in. And I'll tell you, Saturday is not my pick of the week because it's a headache, as we're starting to forecast that with some uncertainty still. Let's go ahead and talk about this upcoming weekend. You see it on social media. Just make sure you're getting your information from real meteorologists and a viable source that you can trust. We first look at the upper level pattern. James and I were just looking at this jet stream map, and boy, we're going to see a dig. This is going to be a dig of this Arctic air mass. It's going to spill across the region. We're going to have a decent amount of energy with this as well, and that plus an area of low pressure, kind of where our storm system could develop from as we head into this upcoming weekend. So let's talk about that next system. So we're going to have the cold air in place all the way from the cloud down to the surface. So we're going to have no issue with any type of mixing or ice. And And this is not going to be a rain situation either. Wait until I show you these temperatures as we head into this upcoming weekend. It's going to be snow or absolutely nothing. It depends where this area of low pressure tracks. So if it's a little bit closer to the coast, I do think that we're going to get some snowfall. The amounts still way too soon to know. We have to see what this area of low pressure does. Winter weather forecasting has its challenges here in the Carolinas. We get a slope coming off the mountains. Where does this area of low pressure end up tracking? Do we have the dry air? There are still a lot of uncertainties. What we do know, the cold air will be locked in. A low pressure is forming. We just have to see where that area of low pressure ends up. So we look at some model comparisons here. We look at the European and then the American model, the GFS, and the European has shifted a bit west. This is what we see. Will we see another southeastern shift and then a northwestern shift? Yeah, probably, because the models are still trying to grasp what's going to happen to a storm system that has not even formed yet. But I do think we're getting better comparison because the hurricane hunters were investigating that area last night. So with Air Force reconnaissance missions and then heading into the storm, also giving this data back to the models, I do think we get a little bit of better idea what we could see as we
Indigo.
Yeah, an indigo, perfect. At 26 right now in Hickory, 27 in Statesville, 24 in Charlotte. So yeah, I mean, it's not as cold as where we were sitting this time yesterday. It's 19 in Wadesboro, 21 in Cheraw and in Rockingham. So it's still very chilly out there, but again, just not as cold as what we were seeing yesterday. And with a little bit of lack of winds, it's feeling a little bit better out there this morning. And hey, I mean, temperatures about 20 for the morning and 44 for the high. Hey, today, believe it or not, is going to be my pick of the week in terms of the days. I know, 44. A mix of sun and clouds. Is still certainly chilly out there, but we are looking at temperatures to be below average, but warmer than what we'll see out there tomorrow as temperatures do fall just a couple of degrees. And then by Friday, we do start to add some more clouds into the forecast ahead of this next weather system. Check out these winds, northwesterly winds today, tomorrow. By Friday, easterly winds as we get a system that's going to be developing an area of low pressure along the northern Gulf Coast, and that will be our next weather system. We have things starting to line up for potential snow here across the Carolinas. I'm not talking ice. I'm not talking rain. This is going to be a snow or nothing type of situation. So we look at live radar right now, and yeah, we have some clouds out there, but making for a pretty nice start to your Wednesday. We'll stay dry by Thursday. Coming into Friday, we could see a little bit of snow toward the back half of the day, but we are mainly looking at this event to unfold as we head through the day on Saturday. So let's go ahead and look at one model. This is the European, and I will say over the last probably 12 hours or so, we have seen the European model shift this moisture to the west a little bit, meaning a closer track right along the east coast, right along the Carolina coast. That track would give us a little bit more in terms of moisture, precipitation, leading to snowfall. We're going to be cold all the way from the cloud down to the surface, so we're not going to have that mixing that we've seen over the last weekend, last Saturday and Sunday, but we are looking at the potential for snow. It is way too soon to nail down the timing and for the totals, but we should be able to pinpoint those a little bit closer by Thursday, and then of course heading into your Friday. We look at your pattern recognition. Do we have a favorable pattern? We sure do. We have the cold air. We have that potential for some moisture as well. Is this looking more or less likely? More likely, and I would even say the 3 to 5 day outlook in terms of storm type, we're looking at, again, snow or no snow. So we are getting closer to nailing down this. Days like today, it could be worse out there. Yesterday morning was much colder. The black ice potential is decreasing. We do still have some areas, side streets, sidewalks, heads up. A little bit of black ice certainly possible. But right now we are dealing with some clouds out there, making honestly Concord look pretty nice. 25 degrees for you, 21 in Rock Hill, with Charlotte sitting at 24 and Boone right now 14 degrees, 15 as you head up toward West Jefferson, 25 in Shelby. Good morning in Cabarrus County. Concord, you guys are sitting at 25 degrees with the Queen City at 24 out there this morning. We'll increase these temperatures 20 degrees as we head through the day today. It's still going to be about 8 to 10 degrees below average as we'll be topping out at roughly 44 with winds out of the west-southwest, but we are going to end up switching out that wind direction, especially as we head through the latter latter half of the day into Thursday and then heading into Friday as well. For Thursday, 42 degrees. Come Friday, yeah, we're going to see some more clouds ahead of this next weather system. And let's go ahead and get right to it because there is a lot of chatter about this weather system. The first thing I want to show you is the upper level pattern for a couple of reasons. One, we have this giant trough that's going to dig across the area, and this is going to bring that Arctic air mass here across the region. So the cold air is going to be nothing that we are lacking as we head through this upcoming weekend. We will have that cold in place for much of the country. Areas in Tennessee, Mississippi that were hit so hard by this ice storm. This is not going to be a storm for them. But the Carolinas, on the other hand, we could get a little bit of snow. It's going to be a snow or nothing situation for us. We have this area of low pressure that is going to develop along the northern Gulf Coast. Now, where this ends up tracking will depict if we see that snow or if we see nothing. If it goes farther offshore, that moisture is just going to be taken along with it. Now, we also have to watch for a piece of energy that could end up bringing us some snowflakes as we head through this day on Saturday, despite that track of low pressure as well. So we'll look at this model comparison. We have the European model. We saw these this shift a little bit west. We know how this works. We see a northwest shift, we see a southwest shift, so we'll keep you updated with these trends as we head through the next 24 to 48 hours. The GFS is the American model. I would say does not do that well, but it has been pointing out some snow for our area. Right now, too soon for specifics, totals, and timing. But let's go.
Temperatures are seriously nothing to play with.
No, they're not. I mean, they're so dangerous. You know, that South Carolina death that we had, a woman that suffered hypothermia. She was in her mid to late 90s, outside of our viewing area, but still so sad. This cold can be dangerously cold, and there are still thousands of people without power across the state of Tennessee and into areas of northern Mississippi. So certainly nothing to mess with. I mean, right now it's cold. It's not as cold as where we were this time yesterday, but 23 in Salisbury, Concord at 25, along with Gastonia and Shelby right now. So it is certainly a chilly start out there. We'll see these temperatures increase into the 40s today, so below average, but honestly, one of the better temperatures in terms of the warmth that we'll see as we head through the next several days. 44 for your Wednesday. Yeah, we're going to see some clouds to kick off the morning, but more sunshine fills our skies as we head into the afternoon. So 44 for your Wednesday. Come Thursday, yeah, we're going to deal with some clouds, but about 42 degrees. More clouds move in as we head through the day on Friday. So here are these clouds to kick off your Wednesday morning. Time now is 8:08 on this Wednesday. Yeah, we do have those clouds, but no precipitation out there, and that's how we'll stay. Rain-free, snow-free, ice-free as we head through Wednesday and into Thursday. It's really by Saturday that we're pinpointing the chance for another winter storm here across the Carolinas, but thankfully this would not be anything in the way of ice. This would be the potential for snow or nothing. This is the European model showing, well, just that. Some snow across the area. We're going to have the cold air locked in. We're tracking this area of low pressure that has not formed yet, but the hurricane hunters are investigating this area of concern that we're looking at, and also the models are starting to get some better information as we get closer to the potential event. But again, snow or dry here across our area. We look at the winter weather forecasting, and right now we're kind of right in that 5 to 7 to 3 to 5 day outlook, but we are looking at snow, no sleet, no ice, snow again or nothing. I'll show you some model comparison data for you coming up here in just a little bit.
Like really want to go through my parents, I just signed CS. And so if my stepmom saw it, she thought it'd be my mom. If my mom saw it, she thought it'd be my stepmom. So that worked out quite a few times. I never had to do any signatures, just an initial.
Hope you're listening, Mrs. Cavaletti.
Yeah, she's not gonna be thrilled about that.
Rock Hill 14 in Boone and 24 in Charlotte. Concord 25. Now we do have some clouds out there as we're kicking off this Wednesday morning, but we'll see some more sunshine fill our skies into the afternoon, and temperatures warming not drastically, not even close to average, actually, about 8 degrees below it as we head through the day today. 26 in Hickory, 25 in Morganton right now. Good morning, Rock Hill. You guys are sitting at 21 in the mid-20s right now in the Queen City, but we'll increase this temperature by about 20 degrees. So yeah, with some sunshine and about low to mid 40s, probably mid 40s for the Queen City and South, we're actually feeling a little bit better out there. It's still, again, really cold. We're just having trouble kicking this cold air, and that's going to be the trend over the next 7 to 10 days, unfortunately. 44 for your Wednesday. Come Thursday, 42. Some more clouds do start to move in as we head through the day on Friday. And my days have been mixed up. We are in 3 to 5 day outlook. I need to show you this winter weather forecast again, kind of what we look at. Snow, sleet, and ice. That's what we're kind of pinpointing right now. The storm type, and I'll tell you, we've nailed it down. It's either going to be snow or it's going to be nothing. I'm looking toward this weekend as we're tracking another winter storm that could be impacting the Carolinas. It all depends on how far inland this area of low pressure ends up, or how close to the coast rather. So we're looking at 2 possible scenarios. We have the cold air that's going to be locked in, but we look potentially no snow if this area of low pressure takes the moisture too far off the coast. But we are looking at some winter impacts, meaning snowfall here across the area. Now, we are not worried about a mix or an ice. It's going to be, again, snow or nothing as we head into this upcoming weekend. And the European model has shifted to the northwest from yesterday. We are starting to get some better information that's being inputted into our models. The hurricane hunters have investigated this area that will be developing along the northern Gulf Coast. So the European now more in line with the American model, or the GFS, both showing snow. How much? It's way too soon to know. I would say by about the next 24 to 36 hours, we'll be able to fine tune that forecast and nail down some totals for you. We want to continue to look at trends. Are we going to see a shift back to the southeast, then the northwest again? It's possible. We'll keep weather. But if you're still a kid at heart like James, he does want it. I know my kids would love it. 27 in Charlotte, 13 degrees in Boone, so still certainly chilly, but things are starting to warm up. We're almost at that freezing point as you head here in the Queen City. We'll be above it, but still below average as we head through the day today. Check out the current temperatures across the nation. Fargo, North Dakota, 8 below zero, 4 below zero in Indianapolis, where we're 27 degrees here in Charlotte. Cooler on some outskirts areas like Morganton, down into Shelby, where we're sitting at 25 degrees, along with Albemarle, 26 right now in Statesville. So it certainly is a chilly start out there, but our temperatures will be warming at about 44 as we head through the day today. I do expect some of these clouds to decrease, give some more way to sunshine as we head into the afternoon. So here's a check of that 3-day forecast for you. Temperatures maybe just a tick down for our highs as we head through your Thursday. By Friday, though, we are going to start to see some more clouds here across the area ahead of this next weather system, which will be an area of low pressure. Now, we look at the storm track for winter precipitation to set up. We need the cold air locked in. We don't need the moisture chasing the cold air. We need the moisture to be in place, and we need that cold air. So we do have both of those. We have this area of low pressure that will be developing. It's just where it tracks is still a question mark. Now we start to nail down the storm track and the timing for you over the next about 24 hours. But what we do know, again, that cold air is here. This area of low pressure will develop. Is it closer to the coast? That means snow for us. Is it a little bit farther away, meaning tracks offshore, pulling that moisture with it, meaning no snow for us? But I'll tell you, probabilities and chances and confidence in the forecast is starting to increase that we will likely see snow here across the area as we head through the day on Saturday. We look at the European and the GFS model, the American model, both showing the potential for snow. Now, I will caution you, we're still several days away. We will see shifts in this forecast, potentially more toward the west, but likely going to be more toward the east. We're going to see a little bit of a wobble in that storm track as we head through the next couple of days. So we'll keep you updated on air and online. But for now, go ahead and just watch Saturday. Look, we're still several days away, but we are watching right now in Charlotte with 26 down in Monroe. So we do have the cold air that is in place right now, and this chilly air is not going anywhere. Wait until I show you the next 10 days, guys. For today, though, let's start with today. We'll see these highs topping out in the 40s, about 44 degrees. I'll call it partly cloudy skies as we travel through your Wednesday, staying rain-free as we head through the day, though. Live radar does show some clouds. These clouds will decrease giving way to some more sunshine as we head into the afternoon. Now let's look toward the weekend. Speaking of models, we are looking at the European model. We are going to see this blast of cold air that's settling across the area. So could we have moisture? Well, yeah, I mean, at this point, I think it's a good possibility that we do. Could we still see shifts in this forecast? Yes, we're 3 days away. If the area of low pressure that we will be tracking tracks far off the coast, we likely could not have that moisture. But right now, the European, not only the European, but the GFS, the American model as well, both showing the potential for snow here across the Carolinas. Now, I do think the ratios of snowfall will be a little bit higher, meaning the liquid equivalent that we could get, say we have 1/4 of an inch of moisture, of liquid, that means a higher snow total because we are looking at very, very cold air. But then we have to factor in how much is dry air. So we still have to look at the moisture versus dry air and the track of the low pressure as we head through the next couple of days. But we are in that 3 to 5 day outlook. Snow, sleet, ice, that's the question mark, but not anymore. We're talking either snow or nothing. So we are starting to narrow down this forecast for you, and we'll keep you updated on air and online. I do not want you to sleep, though, on the cold temperatures because look at this. It is going to be so cold, below normal. I mean, look at Saturday. We could see a high only in the mid-20s as we head through the day. We'll continue to hold these below average temperatures as we head through next week as well. The